Geraldton, 420 k's to the north of Perth, the capital, if you like, of the Coral Coast Highway. Hands up if you've just fueled up here and kept driving, not stopped. You're not alone. Many West Australians will have done the same. Not international visitors though, because Geraldton is home to an experience that is one of the top 10 reasons that people come to Australia, not just WA, Australia. And I'm going to show it to you after I show you around this fabulous little town. First up, fresh and local. Let's talk food and drink options. Oh my God. Brewery, distillery, dining, cafes, local produce, seafood, fresh from the ocean, served up on the iconic foreshore, which was revamped a couple of years ago. And it really is magnificent. And if it's a walk with views you're after, at the southern end of the foreshore, who could ask for more? Directly opposite the city's iconic sea lion colony. The feast for your eyes continues with the local art scene bringing some serious colour to the port city, easy to find, and this is a must visit. Geraldton is on Yamatji country, several language groups, and in here the creations of some of their most talented artists tell the stories of the diversity of the region. Now, I promised to enlighten you as to why Geraldton is one of the top 10 reasons international visitors come to Australia. The main event. This national memorial commemorates our nation's biggest naval tragedy, the loss of the HMAS Sydney II, and it's a national sacred site. 645 souls were lost on the 19th of November 1941, and they chose this spot for the memorial as Geraldton was the final port of call for the ship.
So it was built before the Sydney was found though, wasn't it? It was built in 2001, so it was 7 years later it was actually found. So 2008 is when they actually found both ships, the Cormoran and the Sydney, in 2,500 metres of water. So very deep waters, just north of here, just off Shark Bay. So our 5 elements here, we have the arms of the nation with a wall of names, 645 names, and we have the cupola of birds, which is the dome of souls, representing every men lost on the Sydney. And then we have the bow of the ship to commemorate the vessel itself. And the next element is the waiting woman. She represents all the loved ones back home who waited 67 years for her husband, father, but now she waits no longer because now we know where they are in 2008 when they were all found. So we now can grieve for those lost. Once the ship was found, they chose to put the pool of remembrance. The birds are actually etched in the floor, and there is one bird looking out to the spot, the Indian Ocean.
How do you go then as a volunteer guide telling this story?
Yeah, I tear up occasionally, as do a lot of visitors, and there are a lot of people that have connections. Once they've been on the tour, you must come back in the evening at sunset, overlooking the ocean. You watch the sunset, looking back, and you see the dome fully lit up with the LED lighting. It is just so spectacular.
You can download a guided tour or be here at 10:30 every day. That's when their passionate volunteer guides like Julie are weaving their storytelling magic. Now here's something really spooky, and we've been coming up here for years and filming. Doing the free tour with Julie, I just discovered that the Lady Waiting sculpture, when she was put in place 7 years before they found the final resting place of the HMAS Sydney, she's actually facing the spot, facing straight at it. You only find details out like that when you stay in a location. Geraldton's hashtag is Stay and Play on the Way, and it is another great spot on the Coral Coast Highway.